I'm going to be interested to learn what this music choice is related to with Miss Tanya here on this Friday here on Good Things to Talk About Movies. I don't know this one. Am I supposed to know it?
Maybe not. This is Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, the epic trailer version by Elton John. And it's the trailer music for the new Ant-Man Quantum Mania trailer.
Oh, Miss Tanya was like, I don't know what this is either. Speaking of Elton John, I saw where him and Dolly are partnering up to do something. I don't know what. All I saw was they're partnering up. It's like, that's going to be amazing, whatever it is. But
I know. Dolly's like, I mean, not that she's ever gone away, but she's also got a song for the new movie 80 for Brady that was released this week, and people are going nuts over it. So,
well, you like to see those in their formative years or not formative, I guess, wiser years. Really rocking it out. Okay, so a lot going on this weekend. Catch us up, Miss Tanya.
Yeah, well, the Oscar nominations came out this week.
Oh, what day? When do they come out now?
These came out Tuesday morning. During COVID, they started getting away from the live announcement. But they've gone back to that, which is fun because, it's 5:30 in LA, 7:30 here. So it's a reasonable time for us to find out who got nominated. But all of your publicists and everybody in the industry are having to get up and set their alarms so that they can find out what happened, And every time an actor gets nominated and they interview them to get their reaction, they always say, oh, no, I was asleep and I woke up to 30 missed.
No, they didn't.
No, they were up watching it just like the rest of us.
Absolutely. I know I would be.
Yeah, for sure. If you thought there was a shot, you would definitely want to be one of the first to know. But yes, I'm really excited to say that Top Gun is one that got nominated. And so you don't always see the blockbusters get nominated, but I think, the Oscars changed their format a little bit a few years ago where they can have up to 10 nominees for Best Picture. And some years they have 10, some years fewer. Let's see, I think they have 10 this year. But the reason they did that is to keep blockbusters from getting shut out because the ratings are so bad. And so they feel like people will tune in if you have another Titanic or now Top Gun. So you've got Top Gun in there, and then also Avatar, The Way of Water made it. So that's two huge movies, probably the two biggest of the year right there. And then you've also got All Quiet on the Western Front, which really has not been released wide yet. The Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fabelmans, Tar, Triangle of Sadness, which I had never heard of until they got an Oscar nomination, and then Women Talking. And Women Talking is actually the only new release in theaters this weekend.
Have you seen that?
I have, and I know we briefly talked about it last week. It's based on a book, and it's about this little religious cult where the women figure out that they are being assaulted. They're being drugged and assaulted in their sleep, and so, or while they're drugged up. And so I know it's awful. And so they, one of them kind of goes nuts and gets this axe thing and starts, trying to attack a man. And that's what gains the crime attention, and they all get arrested. So while the men are gone, the women meet in a barn, and they just are in this barn talking, and they're trying to figure out what they're going to do. Are they going to fight? Stay and fight, do nothing, just keep going with the flow, or leave. And this is a period of time where women were second-class citizens. They weren't educated. So being on their own, it was like an impossibility, really, because they would have no way to take care of themselves and their kids. So, and that was the other thing. They would have to leave behind their boys. And, so that's just all part of their discussions on trying to figure out what to do. But anyway, it did get nominated for the film, and I believe adapted screenplay. But that was it. None of the actresses got nominated. So, and I think it may be one of those where there's just so many, and it's a great performance, but it's definitely one of those that you got to be in the mood to watch it. It's just a lot of talking. Which is appropriate for the name, I guess. I didn't think about that. So anyway, also with the Oscar nominations coming out, a lot of these movies are being re-released. So if they haven't come out yet, they will be coming out in the next couple of weeks. And then if they've already come out, they're going to make another visit. Like I saw this morning that Elvis is coming back to theaters.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah, so if you missed any of these first go round, of course Avatar's still out there, but you get a shot at going to see it again on the big screen.
Any other shockers?
Or
letdowns?
I think the biggest snub that I've been hearing about is Tom Cruise did not get nominated for Best Actor, and they felt like he should have.
I agree, even though he's not my favorite person.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a great performance.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, that's probably the biggest, the Triangle of Sadness was a big surprise, and a few of its actors got some nominations too, which bumped other people. So, like, I was very disappointed, and I would consider this a big snub too. Teal got nothing. The actress that played his mom, I just cannot believe she didn't get nominated. She had gotten, she's been in every other award show. I don't know that she's won any of the big awards, but
nods
yeah,
enough.
I just can't believe she's not in the mix. And then the film itself, I'm surprised it didn't get a little more attention. So anyway, but the one everybody wants to talk about is Tom Cruise, because I'm sure that sells newspapers. And
when is the Oscars?
It is March the 12th, I believe, a Sunday night. So we've got a little over a month.
Who will be hosting it?
Jimmy Kimmel. So he has done that in the past. He was the host of the year of the infamous envelope mix-up. So we'll see.
They should have asked Chris Rock back.
Oh, yeah, that would have been good.
Well, it would have been obviously the elephant's going to be in the room anyway, so one of them should be there.
Yeah, and you never know. I wonder if they did, and
That's
he
true.
may have said no.
Yeah.
He may have had his feel for the Oscars for a while.
We all know Will Smith will be watching it just where we are.
Yeah.
Snug as a bug at a rug at home.
That's exactly, for 10 years. Oh.
He was not up waiting for nomination.
No, he was not. And there also are 2 new releases straight to home streaming. One's on Netflix and the other's on Amazon. One of them is called You People. And this is a stellar cast. You got Jonah Hill, Eddie Murphy, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, David Duchovny. But it's a group about, it's a movie, it's rated R, about a new couple and their families just navigating the dynamics of modern love. So you've got that out there. And then the other one is called Maybe I Do. And it's about a young couple. Emma Roberts is the bride, who they're in the point in their relationship where they decide it's time for marriage. And so they decide it's time for our families to meet each other. And when they do, little do they know, their parents already know each other because they're having affairs with each other. So,
well, isn't that interesting?
Another PG-13. So
that shouldn't be. There's nothing about that should be PG-13.
But it's another great cast. Susan Sarandon, Richard Gere, and Diane Keaton play the parents. So a lot of big names. So anyway, there's a lot of offerings this weekend.
On the text line, we said they're talking about the connection, reminding us of the connection for 80s for Brady with Dolly, Jane Fonda, and Lily Tomlin. They were also in 9 to 5 together. So, So that's Dolly's, I guess, way of adding to being back with the girls. But I guess she doesn't necessarily have a role in the movie. Have you seen that one yet?
No, they're actually doing sneak peeks this weekend. So I think Saturday night. Maybe some on Sunday.
I hope they stream that one. I'm not paying to go watch a movie about Tom Brady at the theater, but I would totally veg out and stream that just for the ladies.
Yeah, it's going to be good, and they all look so good. It's just they're all aging gracefully.
Will you get to go back and watch like the 10 of the best pictures? Will you get streaming or anything if you want to go back and see the ones you hadn't seen, or you have to go and?
I get screeners, which sometimes is a digital, file, and sometimes it's an actual CD or DVD.
They still make those.
They still. It's funny how each year you get fewer and fewer though. Everybody's going digital, but it's watermarked. It's got my name on it. So when I'm watching the movie, my name bounces around from time to time so that they can trace it to me if I
let it go,
give it to somebody. Yeah. So I sign an agreement that I'm keeping them very, very carefully locked up, and as soon as Oscar night is over, I have to destroy them. So I have until then.
That's like some secret underground world or anything. That's kind of cool, though. All righty, Jeff in Oxford said he finally got to see Top Gun Maverick. Just wow. Okay, Jeff, I thought I was late to the party. You were late to that party, but we got more for you coming up next.